Okay guys, in order to help with everyday male life, we've created a bunch of products here at First Man. The first one is the testosterone friendly body wash in a glass bottle and with testosterone friendly ingredients. The second one is the men's lifestyle supplement containing every single ingredient that a man would need on a daily basis. Next up, we have our natural diuretic supplement, which is used to get rid of like water and waste around the body and in the face, etc. to make you a little bit more defined, which is what the product is called. Now, this is going out of stock very, very soon. We're currently having a sell-off because it's a seasonal product. Replacing this will be a testosterone dedicated product using 4 ingredients that have been proven via studies. We've also got the Male Advantage book that I've written. We've got that in 3 formats. So we've got the paperback, as you just saw, and we've got that in ebook and audiobook format, which are variable prices. We've also got our Better Looking Man course, all the things that you can do to change the way you look, your body, your face, etc. Touching on body, we've got our Fitness and Diet Plan ebook. And finally, guys, we've got our body language course, which breaks down everything you need to know about body language in terms of business, in terms of attracting women, being the most confident guy in a group. And at the end of the video, I break down my own body language in 2 separate scenarios so that you can see what's good and what's bad and how it changes the same individual. Now back to the video you came here to watch, guys. Okay guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about testosterone and how testosterone can be either constructive or destructive. It's a topic that I've been thinking of for a long time, and I've seen it in the world, but I never really came up with it in this sense. I never really wrapped my head around it the way I'm going to do in this video. And I think it will be very useful for you guys to hear. And I think it's something that we all know, but it's something that hasn't really been spoken about. And testosterone gets promoted heavily by me especially. But I've seen 2 sides of testosterone. And I've got this within me, okay? And I see this more when I take time off. Like I said to you guys the other day, my body wash was done, the supplements were back in stock, a lot of the products were where they needed to be, and I'd done what I thought was a great job. So I was like, hey, little pat on the back, let's take 2-3 days off, let's just enjoy yourself a little. Now, high testosterone is associated with super successful businessmen. It's also associated with criminals. And this is the good thing, but also the problem with testosterone. Is it can be constructive or destructive, just based on what mindset you're in, based on where you are in your life, and many different factors. Age is a massive factor too, because it's handling testosterone is a sense of maturity or a sign of maturity. Now, testosterone when I was younger was an excuse to fight. It was an excuse to fuck too much. It was an excuse to go out and get drunk, party, and get arrested and go and do a bunch of crazy shit. Testosterone at 30 is a way to make more money, to get in better shape, to attract a better woman and fuck her properly, to a very, it sounds weird, to a very high level. It's just making something beautiful ugly by saying it like that. But, doing a good job basically. So then she's happy with you, put it that way. So it's constructive because you're building something. It's a way of reproducing to start a family and then being able to protect that family and provide for that family. But like I said, when you're young, it's a ticket to prison. It's a ticket to fucking up your life. It's a ticket to getting angry in class and going crazy at your teacher. Do you know what I mean, guys? It's a ticket to going through a breakup and going punching some other guy in the head because you think he cheated with your girlfriend and whatever and all that shit. It's just craziness. It's just craziness when you're young. Now, in my kind of downtime, 2-3 days, off, I feel it creeping in. I feel the destructive side creeping in. And all I want to do is just jump. Good job I haven't got a passport right now. I need to go and get that done this week because it's essential for Amazon for what I'm trying to do. But I wanted to jump on a flight, go to Paris, take some beautiful woman with me, and just go and spend a fuck ton of money and enjoy myself. And I'm fighting that urge when I get time off. I'm fighting that urge to not just go and do something stupid, to go and do crazy shit. to, you know, not just be like, hey, let's go out, let's go and enjoy ourselves, let's go and get, you know, let's go and get drunk, let's go and fuck as many women as we can over this weekend. It's like an old high testosterone part of me that I'm like, whoa, 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 stop. But it's there. I can feel it. And I know given enough time and presented with enough distractions, it would be almost like a Dan Bilzerian lifestyle. I would start building that because I'd be like, well, what is there better else to do than just fuck women all day and just smoke weed and enjoy myself? When focused, when using testosterone properly, oh my God, you just accomplish anything you ever wanted to do. Uh, a one man company can build a streaming platform. Do you see what I mean, guys? Like it's immense what you can do. You can build an entire body. You can build an entire frame. You can go from some 70-kilogram kid to some 95-kilogram man. You know, who just feels dangerous. You just feel like a fucking movie character. Like you can go from that scrawny little kid to somebody who you believe is, you know, you feel fucking invincible. That's something that you can build with testosterone. You can also punch somebody and get arrested. It's constructive and destructive based on how you use it, based on what you do. It's based on your mindset. Like I said, that is not entirely up to you guys too, because anything chemical, anything that's going on in the body is quite convincing. You guys know what it's like. You're on NoFap. You get really horny. You get a hard on. You haven't had sex for like 2-3 weeks, and you're like, I just want to masturbate. I just want to watch porn. There's just like an urge in your body. That takes some practice. You know, it takes some practice to be like, but I know I shouldn't because there's other benefits off the back of this. Now, as young men with high testosterone, and I'm helping you get it higher, you have to get used to the feeling of always being on the edge, always being on a knife's edge, always being pumped up, always being jacked up, ready to go. You're always ready to fight, fuck, earn more money. You know, you've got to control yourself in the moment. You've always got to, you know, you could be out, you could have a couple of drinks and, you know, you see a woman that you like and you're like, I'm just on a roll right now. I'm just going to go and then you end up being a little bit too over the top and you're like, oh, I fucked that one up because I was a little bit too exuberant. My energy was too high. I had too many successes back to back. Let me take a deep breath. Let me control this, you know, almost sexual transmutation, but more in a testosterone sense. And let me use this for a constructive sense. Okay? It's not until, like, for example, you might be, I'll do this, right? I'll date women. I will spend a fuck ton of money on that woman. I will enjoy myself. I'll do things that I probably shouldn't do. You'll say things in sex which are a little bit wild. And then you come and you go, oh God, fuck. I've just blacked out for 3-4 days. What the fuck happened? What the hell happened? And you start thinking logically, that's not my fault. That's not your fault. And I always tell you guys to take self-accountability, but it's hard to control that. Okay, it takes practice. I'm at a point in my life now where I can control that, where I go, I know I'm feeling this way now, but I know once I bust or once I go to the gym, I'll probably change my mindset. Okay, but if I don't do that, if I don't go out tonight and get drunk and try and bring someone home, I'll wake up tomorrow, I'll be fresh, I can go to the gym and I know I'll be happy because it'll be a Sunday and I don't want to be hungover on a Sunday, feeling depressed and fucked off with my life that I went and did something crazy and destructive on a testosterone impulse. This is what I need you guys to do. We all know that post-nut clarity, that feeling afterwards where you go, fuck, how much money did I spend on this woman? Fuck, how much like craziness did I just get into? What the hell did I do last night? Oh my God, I fucked up. Or like you go and cheat on your girlfriend or something and you're like, oh my God, I just let my dick do all the talking. It's testosterone. It's constructive or destructive. And I've seen guys fuck up their entire lives. I've seen guys... I've quite literally seen guys empty their entire bank account on a woman, okay, who's doesn't even have to be that great. I've seen a guy empty. He had about 14,000 saved up. He needed about 20,000 for a mortgage in a cheap area, and he spent 14,000 on this woman over a 6-month period, and she had 2 kids, and he had to start again from dot one. she got back with the father eventually. So he spent 14 grand on a woman that just threw him to the wayside. That comes from high testosterone and just being like, I want to fuck this woman, I want to provide for this woman, I want to do everything for this woman. And he did have high testosterone. He was a crazy guy. If he had controlled that and stopped in the moment and been like, how do I really feel? Where is this taking me? You know, you have to do that a lot, guys, okay? I very regularly sit down with a notepad and a pen. And, of course a pen. It'd be weird just to have a notepad, wouldn't it? A notepad and a pen. I take a deep breath. I don't care how soft this sounds, I will light a scented candle. I might put some calming music on. I'll watch something on TV and I'll just like, I'll act like a fucking woman for like a couple hours. And I will just write notes down and I'll just be like, but where is that going to take me? What am I doing right now? Is this working? Is it too much time spent on women? Do I really want that? Is that a smart decision? And you tap into the neocortex, okay, which is the logical thinking part of the brain rather than the emotional one or the reptilian brain, which makes you think, I want to fuck, I want to fight, I want to fuck, I want to feed, I want to, you know. You have to have those moments of logic and clarity, almost like Spock from Star Trek, just always analyzing and just breaking down. This isn't good. Like Saturday night, all I wanted to do, I just had the big win of the body wash going live and the supplements being back in stock. We made a fuck ton of money and I was like, hey, could be cause for celebration. And it would have been good. But I went and got some shopping. I remember I walked back and I saw a woman in like a tight short skirt with one of the best asses I've ever seen. And I was like, yeah, I could go out tonight. Yeah, I could drop these bags off, go over and just start talking to her and whatever. And I could probably bring her back tonight. I could probably have a great night. I was like, yeah, but will I wake up in the morning hungover and, you know, and just feel like, oh, fuck, what did I do that for? How much did I spend? Let me check. And I was like, don't react off the back of a big win. You're too emotional right now. I was like, you're buzzing. You're so happy. It's the type of scenario where you take that girl home and you're so excited about life and the money that you've got and etc. and everything moving forward and the momentum. And you're like, I'm just going to bust inside you and see what happens. I don't care. It's one of those moments where you've just lost your fucking head. You just feel like I'm the man, I'm invincible. Mike Tyson went through that. Look at what it did to him. Fucked him up over and over again. You've got to always think, okay, I'm still vulnerable. There's still, you know, I can personally fuck this up. And that's what usually happens. You usually fuck it up. You build it with your high testosterone. You know, you build it because you like to crush people and you like to get to the top. But then you also destroy it because you like more and more and more in excess. You like being at the top. It takes a very strong and wise man to get to the top, to get to a high level, to get all the things that men crave, and then control his testosterone levels at the same time and stop and think logically and be like, yes, tonight I want pussy. Yes, tonight I would love to go and get fucked up. I would love to go and just have the time of my life and go and do crazy shit. Yes, tonight I'm just fucking buzzing. I feel like the man, but I'm going to stop my ego doing the talking. I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm just going to be, you know, who I actually am. Instead of being like, hey, we just made a cool 5 million last night. I'm buzzing. I'm not saying we did that, but, you know, that gets people in a different mood. You become a bit of a dick. You want to fight everybody. You think you're better than everybody else. You have a couple drinks, you get really arrogant. Like, these are the destructive moments. Okay? This is why avoiding alcohol is so essential for guys with high testosterone, because it will just drive you fucking nuts. It's just a terrible concoction. Drugs, alcohol, everything. It's not good, okay? Women are probably... Look, the best poison is being addicted to the gym and your business, because it will never, you know, it's not going to steer you too wrong. But in terms of the poisonous ones, women, alcohol, drugs, you know, like fucking addictions and whatever, gambling, women are probably the best one. Okay, because I think it's got the least downside. All you have to do is just remember to wear a condom that you've provided for yourself, and you'll probably be all right. Okay, you just have to remember not to spend too much money on each individual, and you'll probably be all right. But any of you guys out there whose poison is women, like mine, it's fucking difficult. It's fucking difficult. You're like, God, she's beautiful. I'm going to go and spoil her, do all this crazy shit. And then you come and you go, oh fuck, like it just hits you like a ton of bricks. You're like, wait, what am I doing? I just blacked out. Fuck just happened in the last few weeks. I feel that creeping in when I take time off. It's very difficult, guys, when you've got that high testosterone, okay? So that is my advice to you lot, to try and always catch yourself in the moment and to appreciate how powerful testosterone is and to appreciate when it's being constructive and it's helping your life and you need it. You need to use it to, get the woman. You need to use it to get in shape. You need to use it to further your business and make more money and be competitive and crush the individual opposite or the company opposite. But then you need to understand when it's going to send you to prison, when it's going to get you 4 or 5 kids that you weren't ready for. When it's going to get that woman that you don't really find attractive, but you just need sex tonight. It's going to get her pregnant and you go, fuck, she's not even a good person. Like, I fucked up there. And she takes you for everything. Sports athletes that end up with, who's that girl? That Brittany Renner chick who stole that, it might have been NFL or NBA guys' money. Just got pregnant and just went, yep, see ya. Happens all the time. Okay, that was his testosterone being constructive to get him into the big leagues, to make the big money, to push him forward, to compete on the court or the turf, whatever he was on. I can't remember which sport it was. And then sat there lonely in a hotel room after a game night or whatever, and he's getting that text or he's getting those booty pics, and he's like, oh, I need to go and get that. That's destructive because it fucked up his life. It's the exact same circumstance. It's the exact same substance. It's the exact same hormone that is creating his life, that is also destroying his life. You have to be very careful about how far you push it. You can get the woman, then just assess. Okay, you can get the woman, but then do you also want the other woman and the other woman and the other woman? You have to stop and be like, how is this going to affect me? That guy's married. I want to fuck his wife. You do it, he comes and shoots you. I know it's a crazy scenario, but it's like this shit happens. How many times have guys put themselves in fucked up scenarios because they're thinking with their testosterone levels? The desire to want the woman, so you go and start a business, it makes you wildly successful. Perfect. You want to feel like the man, so you go and get in shape. Perfect. But then because you feel so much like the man, you go and punch somebody in the head because you're like, nobody can touch me. It sends you to prison. It's just fucked up all your business and everything. And now you're in prison. There's no women around. It's just ruined your life. Testosterone can be constructive and destructive. You guys have to monitor it because it's hard to decide because you're not fully in control of it. You're not fully in control of it. I know it sounds crazy, but you're not. You're really not. It will just, it's desire, it's lust, it's, the need to be the man, to want to have more, to want to have the, I want to sit at the fucking top with the biggest dick and the best body and the most money in the nicest car in the penthouse with 20 women licking cream off my dick. It's just a built-in male thing. It's just a built-in male thing to always want more. Now, that might not be your scenario. It's not mine. But you might want to be, you might want to be famous. There's just different things. There's different things for different guys, okay? And there's a lot of destructive shit out there. You can't really control it in that sense, but you can catch yourself at different moments. And it usually comes from having good morals or at least being aware of it. Because you will go and do certain things and then stop yourself in the moment and be like, this is going too far. I can feel it. I'm getting distracted. I'm not working like I used to. I took 3 days off in a row. That doesn't feel like me, and you stop yourself and you go bang. And it's not what you do 1% of the time. It's the 99% of the time. So if you can catch yourself in the moment, realign yourself and continue, because we all have weak moments. Nobody's perfect all the time. Well, then, it leads to fantastic results and you can stop things. You can nip them in the bud before they become destructive. Now, they might be on the path to. They might be showing early signs, but you can nip it in the bud early and be like, those aren't the core fundamentals that are required to get me to where I need to be. This isn't the testosterone fueled shit that got me here. I need to get back to that. That is what matters most. That's what you see in the sports world all the time. Somebody rises to the top. Next thing you know, it's all about women, cars, all the other stuff. They gain a few pounds because they're worrying less about their diet. The money dries up. They fuck up. They get, they get in a, what do you call it in America? Is it DUI? Drunk under influence? Driving under influence? I guess it is, right? Yeah, DUI. So it'd be something like that where you just, just have a couple drinks, feel like you're invincible. Some woman wants you to come over, and you're like, fuck it, I know I've had a few, but I'll drive over in the nice car. I'll be fine. I'll fuck her. I'm feeling great. The world can't stop me. Suddenly, in 2 minutes, your whole life comes crashing down. Either you crash, the police pulls you over, you lose sponsorship deals that you had. Shit happens all the time, man. Testosterone. Make sure you're using it in a constructive way, guys, not a destructive way, okay?